Welcome back, everyone. We have another tier list today. It is tier list Thursday, and we're just doing Eeveelutions plus Eevee. Very simple. I feel like this is one I definitely gotta let Slip know. Make sure Slips does this because he's very particular about his evolutions. I already know Umbreon's gonna be his top, but I'm not gonna put Umbreon at the bottom. Umbreon doesn't deserve that. Eevee, we'll start at Eevee because that's the base. We're gonna go A for Eevee. Eevee's great. Eevee's great as it is. I mean, then it gives you all the options. I do hope. Please, please, Pokemon, give us more evolutions. Like, just give us one for each type. Why you would do the 8 that we have and then stop, I don't know. But like, just give us more. You added Sylveon whenever Fairy was added, but you didn't give us Steel or Dragon when they were added. You gave us Umbreon, which was cool when Dark was added, but like, give us some more typings. Please, give us more evolutions. I did see something at one point that there were planned evolutions they scrapped because it was too close to a fake mon that somebody had made and they didn't want to pay for that stuff. So quit making so many fake mons. You guys are too good, and let Pokemon Company do their thing and make evolutions. Anyway, back to the actual rankings. I don't know why they're in this order. Like, it should be more like that. Vaporeon is a B. Vaporeon's very average for me. It's fine. It's water type, which I always have Squirtle usually. If Vaporeon's available, I usually have Squirtle. So I don't usually go for Vaporeon. There's just other water types I would take. The only time Vaporeon was a main for me was in Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go, Vaporeon was very good, but I feel like most games there's other water types I would pick first. And for that reason, it's a B. Jolteon. Jolteon. I am actually going to put Jolteon as an A. I've not used Jolteon a whole lot, but I feel like Jolteon's a decent Pokemon. It's usually got pretty good speed, good, base electric type, especially if we're referring back to Gen 1. It does suffer some of the same fallbacks that Vaporeon does, just that it's not the first one I would think of for evolving my Eevee, or that it would be the main electric type that I would go after. So for that reason, it's still an A, but not S. S is going to be, I, I don't know if any of these truly get an S. We'll see. But then we have Flareon. Flareon for me is a C. Again, a lot of the same where I'm not choosing Flareon as my fire type. There's usually other fire types that I would pick. Even though I rank Charizard low because I think Charizard's a little overrated, I would probably pick Charizard over Flareon personally, given the choice. Um, just there's other options available for fire types that I would not pick Flareon. And just overall, I feel like Flareon is just an average fire type. Like, how many people are actually taking Flareon as their top fire type when there's even Growlithe, Vulpix, Charizard? If we're even just referring to Gen 1, there's better fire options, I think. That's my opinion. All tier lists are opinions. I want you guys to yell at me in the comments if you disagree, because I'm sure this ranking here is going to upset some people. Now, Umbreon. So, Umbreon and Espeon, great Pokemon. Especially, I want to play some Pokemon Coliseum soon. So, like, they're the mains in that. Umbreon is borderline S. Like, I'm going to do it. Umbreon's going into the S tier. Great Dark type, great Shiny. I know a lot of people really like this Shiny for Umbreon, and just, it's such a good Dark type. Especially when Dark types were not super frequent at the time. They're a little bit more frequent now, but still, like I said, referring back to Pokemon Coliseum, Umbreon and I go way back. So Umbreon gets the S. And actually, I'm going to put Espeon right there with it just because of the Pokemon Coliseum aspect. As I said, I've been thinking about playing more Pokemon Coliseum lately. So I think Umbreon, Espeon, they deserve the S tier. Right after I said I didn't think anybody was going to get an S tier, I put two of them in S tier. Sorry about it. It's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to say before I rank them. Like, I'm going in these, not planning it, just naturally. I think this one goes in that spot. And that's why Leafeon is a D. Leafeon's a D. Leafeon is just a grass type. I've never used Leafeon, and its shiny is not great. Like, I don't see any redeeming qualities for Leafeon. If I wanted to, I could put Leafeon F. Like, I feel like it could be there. but Fs if needed. I don't feel like any of them really deserve an F. But I'm just not a huge grass type person in general. Grass types are never my choice. So for that reason, Leafeon gets a D. Glaceon is going to go. Oops. It's going to go right there in the C spot. Yeah, Glaceon's fine. Um, it's a good ice type. I feel like there's not that many ice types to really pick from, especially one that is base just ice. A lot of them are, dual types. So if you're looking for a good pure ice type, Glaceon's probably a good choice. I don't know stat wise how Glaceon is, but I'm okay with Glaceon getting a C. Again, not a super crazy shiny. If we included the shinies, Jolteon would be lower because Jolteon has a bad shiny. Vaporeon has a better shiny. So I would probably just flip those if we went off just the shiny sprites as well. And then we have Sylveon. Sylveon for me is actually an A. I really like Sylveon. Again, introduced when Fairy type was introduced. Um, and the only thing weird about Sylveon is the fact that its little bows and ribbons are fleshy. Like it's actually part of its skin. But other than that, Sylveon is a solid evolution. All of the friendship evolutions are toward the top, but Pokemon, just give us more. Give us the full 18 to figure out how to get around the Fakemon situation. But we need more evolutions. We need Dragon, we need Steel, Flying, Ground. There's so many types still available that I feel like you could come up with some great designed evolutions, even ones beyond what has been fan designed. I think you can do it. But this is our Eevee ranking. Umbreon, Espeon are S, Eevee, Jolteon, Sylveon A, Vaporeon B by itself, Flareon, Glaceon C, and then Leafeon D. Like I said, Leafeon could have gone F, but I feel like overall, very solid ranking. But that is our tier list for this week. Our tier list Thursday is going to be Eevee and its evolutions. I hope you guys found this video enjoyable, helpful. Let me know down in the comments how much you disagree. I know my rankings are all over the place. That's why I like doing these, because I don't know what I'm going to say before I say it for a lot of these rankings. And sometimes I second guess, but I don't actually make any changes most of the time. I'm sure there's times where I'll make changes, but I'm going to drop it, leave it there, give you my reasoning. And even if it's a bad reason or you disagree with it, let me know, because I'm enjoying it. I think this is a good conversation piece with the rankings. We can agree to disagree. And I know it's just some of these are going to make people mad, and it's just going to happen. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. This was Tier List Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Take care.